Hello, hello, all of my gardener friends, all of my kindergartners. I appreciate you all showing back up. Today what I'll be doing, I got seedlings from the garden, cabbage, okay? So I know that a lot of us are working in small spaces to get stuff done. We don't want to come up with an excuse why we cannot grow food, because we can. Even if you don't have nothing but a balcony, people are doing it. I realize that they're doing it, okay? So first you get a 2-gallon bucket. Why? Because the roots of cabbages are very shallow. So we don't need 5 gallons. All we need is just this 2-gallon bucket, okay? It's good enough. Now, say for instance, if this was cabbage and I had them planted this close together. The reason why it would be a problem is because once that cabbage head get to growing, if it bump heads with any of the other cabbages, it stunts its growth. It's just gonna stop growing, okay? So we don't wanna do that. So what I'm learning is that we should just do our cabbage individual, okay? So your 2-gallon bucket, do not forget, drill drainage holes in the bottom of your bucket, okay? And then we'll go ahead and start planting our cabbage. What we're gonna use is, I'm gonna use some Happy Frog because we know that's some rich soil. And I'm gonna use a little bit of the compost, whatever compost you wanna use. So we'll go ahead, get us some Happy Frog inside of the bucket. I kinda put some of it already together, and then I'm not doing that much. I told y'all I'm learning how to save and stretch this soil because this stuff gets expensive. So let's use what we got. If you got good soil in your yard, use it, okay? Yeah, it don't matter. Some people is. My neighbor, he tells me all the time the same thing that I heard before from a farmer. Use what God gave you, okay? It's just in my case, I got clay soil over here. You get to digging in it, it's orange, like you can do some kind of pottery or something. So I want to put some bone meal inside of there. Remember what I told y'all about the bone meal? It's real good for them. The blood meal is good for the foliage. Bright, green, strong. So I grabbed the little bone meal and the blood meal, okay? So we're going to go ahead and scratch that inside of there. And a little blood. Now you can get these right from your local Walmart, okay? Ain't no biggie. Find it on Amazon, get it. Just look for the cheapest price. That's all I'll say. I want y'all to feel welcome to come on in. So I'm gonna go ahead and water it just a little. Just give it a little drink, let it soak through, okay? So while it's soaking through, we'll go on and get our cabbages. But what I'm gonna do is only put one in per container. Just one per container, okay? Ruffle up these roots some. Dig me a hole about the size, depth of your seedling, okay? Then I'll go ahead and bury them back in. And put his life marker back around them, okay? That's our cabbage. Shallow roots, don't need a lot. Maybe we should have filled it up. You know, we could have put a little more around it because my root look like it's just kind of standing out some. So I just put just a little more of this Happy Frog soil around it. Okay. So I planted some once before. I got kitchen scraps that I took where I just took the core. And I'm going to go ahead and show y'all that. So this is one of my kitchen scraps that I cut that cabbage up and I cut it right down to the core, okay? It's just right down to the core, just cabbage. So I wanted to see if it was going to work for me. It did, okay? As you can see, it's starting to grow, okay? It's starting to sprout. So again, I'm just gonna go ahead and place it inside and cover it up a little bit, okay? Now that just was a kitchen scrap. Remember, you don't got to throw that away. We don't got to throw that away. We need to water that, okay? We just put it in there. I had it sitting in a jar of water, just the bottom part of that core, and it began to develop roots. You just saw the roots, and all I did was took it out of that jar of water, put it inside of here, okay? And we got that cabbage going. And you just saw me plant a seedling from a cabbage right here. So that's what that one is, and here's my kitchen scraps. So we can make it work. We don't really have to have any excuses about how to grow cabbage, right? I think that's just simple, okay? So I'm not trying to jump into the hard stuff. I'm trying to start off slow. Hopefully y'all are growing with me, okay? Just like the corn. We put it in the buckets. I don't have a lot of soil in one of the buckets. I definitely need to put more as it grows. I just try to put more in there. But if you look inside of these buckets over there, I'm already starting to see sprouts come out of there, okay? So just like I told you, I just put the seed in here, 2 inches down. Go back and look at the other video if you don't remember. 2 inches down, I just put a finger hole in it and dropped the seed in it and covered it back up. So we got that rolling. I put one more cabbage inside of this other bucket. Now I heard some people say that they grow their cabbage in the fall. I haven't done it yet because like I told y'all, this is my first time starting a garden. But from my studies and my understanding, when I went to go buy these seedlings from our local garden, he's a farmer. I call it the garden, but he's a farmer. He said they grow these and the collards in the summertime. They said we're gonna be planting collards all May. That's what they said. So if this work out, now I know in May, that's when I'll put my collards in, okay? So now that I planted those cabbages, what I'll do is I'm just gonna dig a hole over here, okay? For these cabbages. I still see these. Uh-oh. Food pulled up. That's a watermelon seed. I'm gonna move it. So I'm gonna go ahead and dig me a little hole for this cabbage, okay? There's 2 of them. I'll put 1, and I'll just leave them per foot, okay? So now we're just putting them inside our bed. How y'all cook y'all cabbage? Do y'all only just kind of... So I'm gonna go ahead and dig me a little hole for this cabbage, okay? There's 2 of them. I'll put 1, and I'll just leave them per foot, okay? So now we're just putting them inside our bed. So we got our other cabbages here, okay? This is Borage. I'm also gonna plant this inside of here, okay? They say it's a good companion plant with your cabbages. So we'll get to that. So now I planted 2 of those in there. We'll see how that work, okay? We went from the buckets to the bed, okay? I'm scared of the ground. Some things, I want to maneuver some stuff around. Put all my soils back in. My lovely greenhouse that I absolutely love. Absolutely. I just want to just say this again. It's just a pop-up. It's just a pop-up. It's very warm and humid in the inside, which is good. That's what I got it for, because some things just ain't ready for our nights that get cold. So I toss it right in here, okay? If you come inside, it's spacious. I got all my different soils lined up. You know, I got a pallet in here with some potatoes on top of it. But it's useful if you need that space and you don't have it in the house to keep things warm. I got one little tomato plant coming up. It's scaring me. I feel like I thought I would have had more, but that's okay. It was some planted, some get 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. So I know every time I'm not gonna get 100-fold, but to me, for a person who was not doing none of this, didn't know nothing about it in January, I think It's amazing, which shows if I can do it, anybody can do it. It's not hard, okay? God is doing most of the work, okay? Even my little pollinators. I haven't seen any hummingbirds out here yet. I'm working on that. I'm working on that, okay? I'm excited about this because I love tea, okay? I'm probably gonna make 2 tea beds, okay? We wanna be using it to help in some ways medicate. Cold and flu season come along. You wanna be able to go get this, not go run to the store to go get, you know, your cold and flu meds. Yeah. I ain't saying you might not need them, but what I'm saying is let's try natural first. Let's give this a chance first, okay? Let's give this a chance first. I heard a doctor that I watch on YouTube that said that a guy came into his office and the guy blood pressure was up high and he had some other things that was going on with sleep apnea. He was a heart doctor. And the doctor began to tell him, hey, I want you to go on a fast. They call this doctor the fasting doctor. Y'all might be able to find the fasting doctor. The man said, you can't just give me a pill. That really sparked my mind because that shows how we are programmed to pills. I thought it was quite funny, but it was quite sad at the same time. You can't just give me a pill. The doctor told him, no, I'm gonna put you on a fast. The man went home. He said he talked to him and the man and his wife, talked to them about the fast, what he wanted them to do. You don't like breakfast? Good, skip it. You don't like lunch? You really don't like lunch? Good, skip it. Told them, just drink you some water, drink you some water. The man called the doctor back after a couple of days. I feel like I'm gonna fall out. Feel like I'm about to die. I need to get to the emergency room. I need to come in. Doctor told him, no. He said, you don't need that. He told him to get him some MCT oil. Did I go get me some? Yes, I did. And it helps. It's a natural. It's made out of like coconut husks and coconuts and stuff. But anyway, he told him to get that, and the man did, and the man said it helped him. It got him through his fasts. He got through the fast. The man came back to the doctor after so many days. I wanted to say it was close to 30. I know it was close to 30, the man said. He said the man had lost weight. His blood pressure was back down to normal. His sugar levels was kind of in the normal range because he was pre-diabetic. He said came back down. All because of fasting. And the wife tapped in and said to the doctor, and I noticed he does not snore as much anymore. The doctor explained that your tongue is a fatty organ. I didn't know this. This is what I learned. That's what I heard him say. Like I told y'all, I'm here to repeat some of the things that I've heard. I definitely believe it. Some of the stuff the man was talking about, I went to ask my own doctor about it. She said it was true. Okay? So she said it was true. Some of the stuff that I explained to her, what I felt like could have fit me, she said it's true. It's true. So I definitely believe that fasting works. Something we need to get into anyway. Hey, if it don't go left, praise God. Good. We glad that it did. So I don't mean to go all off into that, but I do want you all to understand that we have to wake up and that we got to open up our eyes and let's get back to natural. Let's get back to what they calling God's food. You know the story of Daniel in the book. Was none sick among them. They refused the king drink and its meat. Herbs, things that grew from the ground. Started in the garden, let's get back to it, to the garden, okay? That probably would be a very good thing. I think that'd be a good move for us, okay? I got faith that things are growing. Faith without works is dead. What does that mean? You got to start. Put the seed in the ground. Y'all know what I say all the time. Put the seed in the ground. I'm loving it. I hope y'all love it. Remember, I am the kindergartner. I'm here to learn. I'm here to repeat what I have learned to you all. Any questions, any comments about anything, drop it down in the comments. I do my best to try to respond to you, okay? I appreciate you all here. I'll see you guys on the next video. Look over here. This is my watermelon, okay? They seem to be doing good. They seem to be doing good for the most part. Something going on. You know what this is? Look at this, y'all. This is my corn seed that then popped up out the ground some kind of way. I don't know why. I don't know why. But so I'm not sure why this one is plucked up. So what I'm going to do with that one is I'm just going to go ahead and pull it, okay? But as you can see, that I said popcorn, that sweet corn seed has started to sprout, okay? But I went on ahead and pulled that, okay? Since that was above ground, I don't know how that it kind of got up so high. But I still see the sprouts from the other one. Now, I see some little bugs in here. I don't know. I'll take pictures of them and then try to see what it may be or what I might can do. I don't see a lot. I just see. But today we do got a lot of things out here flying. It's been raining, so it's just kind of been a mess, okay? So I am terrified. I'm just going to put that seed, that sweet corn seed up there. I don't want to drop it on the ground in case it decide it want to act up and start growing. So.